almost made a crucial mistake not using the right audio. Please do tell me it changed. Like, I don't know if I have to restart the. No, please give me feedback. Instantly my brain goes into OCD overdrive. Joy V, Shannon and Nana. I see you, friends. Thank you for joining me already in this space with me. Let me extend my field of vision, my reach, if you will. Shannon joining us on the UNOS side as well. There we go. A little bit out of the sun. I want this to be an uber calm stream. As calm as possible and as truthful as possible. Hey, Connor. And hey, Corey. Is Maxine here? Let me see. Let me see with my eyeballs. Oh, I can hear my own voice. Please make it stop. Yeah, yeah, Maxine. I was thinking about you this morning. Garth, too. Garth being like how's life? Me and my girl approached here together in April. I miss you guys. Wish we could chill more often. We're always here for you, Gartha. And we know you're always here for us, dude. We're no more than a thought away. Love you. Sending you good vibes, dude. Thank you for being here in this moment. Same to you, Shan. So nice to have you, Maxine. How have you been, friend? How has the energies been treating you? Have you been saying things that are true to you, right? Have you noticed in your dialogue with the universe? And the universe can be content, the universe can be people, the universe can be the food you eat, the universe can be exercise, hygiene. What are you saying? And do you believe it's true? Do you want it to be true? Right? From this perspective of manifesting with our words as well, we should make it our priority to only say things that we want to be true. I believe you have that power. Thank you for saying you want to be here now by being here. That's what you're saying, right? And you can say it without saying a single word, and I can hear it. I'm like, thank you for saying that. Thank you so much. It's nice having you friends here. I'm seeing Mao Lao too. You didn't answer me. Maybe you did, but I missed it. Do you want to be called Mao Lao or Hoopy? Tell me, please. Please tell me. I will respect your wishes. Okay, I'm gonna take a second to pour myself a glass of water. Kartha, I hope you'll have a blessed day. I'm gonna read your comment now. Unfortunately, they're disappearing and they're out of reach. But we found a way. Manifestation of change, ceaseless change, adjustments. Look at Fifi being an absolute sweetheart. Kitty is in the field of vision as well. They've been so present in pretty much everything I do. Every single time I sit down and have a talk, these cats are like, "Oh yeah, are we doing thing?" I'm pretty sure they like being on camera. I'm pretty sure, like, especially when I'm trying to film something specifically. Then there's all kinds of shenanigans going on. And now I'm noticing myself say that, right? And I'm asking myself, do I want that to be true? And a part of me says yes. I love that the kitties choose to create with me. They do make noises by like scratching up the tree and stuff. But maybe that is a part of the aesthetic. The way they choose to co-create. I'm all not. CR. I don't know your full name, friend, but I've seen your comment on the YouTube before, and I see you in this moment. Thank you for joining us, friend. It's so nice having you. I'm gonna try to find a spot for my water. Garth, it really is nice having you here, dude. Again, been some brutal true things, some things still falling away, some things still strengthening in the new. I like that. Blessings to you. I see a bumblebee flying over a horizon, but it's like a top-down shot. where there's like sunflowers peering almost like on a plane, and then on this side there is the sunrise, right? Almost like looking over mountains, and then this B being like the intersection or like a framing point looking over these two worlds, going from sunflowers to a new dawn. How about that? That's for you. That's for you, Maxine. Free. So for free. So for love. Natalie is here too. Maolo, so much love. Thank you for sending some love as well, Shan. Hope you all have been well. I have to get back to work, sending good vibes. Love you, dude. Thank you. Hopefully you're working. Sending you good vibes too. Things are good. It is such a great space and full of wonderful, beautiful people. CR, what you see is what you are. Mirroring back and forth to one another. Right? You think that little doggo was cute? As I'm saying, I'm pointing at her. She's like, "Oh, what's the matter? Something's happening. Oh, something. What is that? Oh, is something happening? Oh, something's so happening." She's such a drama queen. Oh, yeah, me too. You see, you see, I see something, but a monkey see, monkey do, right? Me and monkey do the things monkey see sometimes too. Okay, I'm tripping myself out. I'm sorry. I'm just so giddy having you friends here right now. It's not on fire, Corey. I've learned not to have any higher expectations. You deserve to have higher expectations, Sam. How about that? Right? Hot take. You can have high expectations. You are worthy of that as well. Sending you some love in that way. Lozana, thank you for joining us. She actually shared the full song that she made recently with me, and I was like being transported to a version of me that was like beachside, and there was palm trees, and I was just walking. It was beautiful. Oh, thank you, Lozana, for sharing that with me, friend. That's about how I got into work. I expect the worst, and then it's not. My day is better. I'm happy to hear that, dude. Finding the thing we expected to be true to be false, and that being a good thing for us, right? So again, maybe we should only think things that are true as well. Jacob, it's nice having you here, brother bear. That is a hard one. It is a hard one, a little bit. Isaac too. Yo, skapow! My heart is still exploding. Hey, dude, thank you for joining us, bro. How are you doing? We've been summoning you little by little, been talking about you, right? I was making a point about wherever we are no more than a thought away, and I was like, right, Isaac, wham, here she is. Maxine, wham, here she is. Cartha, wham, here he is. The energies. Thank you for joining us. Sado, Susanna, thank you for joining us too. Kisses and squishes to all of you. Ciao, Schmo. Thank you for joining us, Brother Bear. It's nice having you here. How have you been, dude? Have you been saying what is true? Have you been experiencing true things to say about? What have you been saying to yourself about the things you've been experiencing? And do you want these things you're saying to be true? It's a little bit much sometimes, but I know you got this, dude. Sending you so much love. Thank you for joining us today. I'm about to get on a cruise ship and take a 4-day voyage to the Bahamas. Woot woot. Joe Schmo. Joe Schmo is actually a movie character. Oh my goodness. I'm just clicking right now. Suddenly, like, handsome Squidward and Joe Schmo are linked to the same part of the fractal in my brain. Squirtle, 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 squirtle. Joe Schmo, have a good time, dude. Sending love, Natalie. Even if you're lurking, you were sharing by just being in this moment, right? I was sharing a little bit earlier, maybe before you were here, that we communicate things to the universe with what we eat, with what we see, with what we listen to, etc., etc., etc. So you being here in this moment is saying something by itself, even if you're just lurking. Love you. Thank you for joining us, friend. I have a great time, Joe. Thank you for the love. I'll try and soak up some of that salt water and sunshine for you. I live vicariously, Brother Bear. I see a gem at the center of a golden ring that has like textures like clouds. And then that ring is surrounded by a rainbow that ends on orange, starting from blue. Then a self eating snake. Then wolves eating sheep, sheep eating wolves. Then socks eating socks. The last one, I realized that my higher self was messing with me a little bit. He was being like, "What more do you want? Oh, socks eating socks?" And I was like, "Okay, fine, fine. Love you. Sending you good vibes, Brother Bear." I had a good weekend. Definitely still struggling to show up with my best attitude, but I'm excited for this week, and I'm also thankful to be here. We're thankful to have you, Brother Isaac. Thank you for taking the time. Don't forget your towel, Joe. There we go. Struggling more than ever with my job, but it's all right. I have struggled. I've never known where to grow. I'd never, if I never struggled, I'd never know where to grow. What are you struggling with, Brother Bear? Right? And from this perspective, and I know I feel like I'm a broken record a little bit, and it might be a little bit abrasive, but I guess that's the point. It should be a little bit melting, right? In saying you have been struggling with your work, how much of that do you want to be true? Just in saying it, right? And I know you were setting it up for the context of struggle because you've been struggling, helping you grow. So I do acknowledge that. And I do believe that is true, that I'm completely on board with. And I'm not above communicating that when things are not the way they should be. But I feel there could be. And this is just me having you as the fractal of my brain right now, thinking through me, right, Isaac? Entrepreneur. Uh, you can communicate in truth, as in sure, the truth might be at this moment that you're struggling with something in your work, but then the thing you can communicate is, I have been faced with new challenges in my workplace, and it has allowed me to grow and consider more capacity for patience and tolerance with the things I'm willing to endure, for love. Right? And I feel like this is more me talking to myself in a lot of ways as well, because the the thought loop, like I think of it from the perspective of breath as well, that you can in this moment actively take the time to just think something intentionally, right? You can think about uh, a little seed germinating, and then that plant growing out of the soil, right? And in each of us had a different visualization of that just now. And to think of it constantly in that capacity, that you can have nice experiences like watching a little seed germinate, new life sprouting, or it can be less than life, right? It can make you feel like you're hopeless about this life that we're living. And what we communicate in that way should be true to us, or at least we should want it to be true if we continue, right? To affirm, to right where you are, communicate where you're going as well. It's Gabbard! It's a Gabbard Goo! Thank you for joining us, bro. City vibes. Let's get up this year. Somebody is a rock skill over the shoe. My rock is did anyone notice my absence? We did, Gavity Goo. I did. Oh, very much so. I thought about you in the capacity of doggos as well. I saw this video specifically, and I hope you saw it as well. And I kind of assumed you would. But this dude had like this big bowl full of kibble for his husky, and then he puts like the kibble in the bowl, and then he puts it down, and the dog is like, and then he picks it back up, and then he takes like 3 pellets of the kibble, and then he pretends to chop around it, and then he puts the kibble back, and then he puts it in the microwave, and then he pretends to push the button, boop, 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 and then he makes the sound, wah, wah, and then he opens the microwave, and then he pretends to stir the food, and then he puts it down for the dog, and then he eats it. And I saw so much of you in that whole kind of fractal. And I was like, this is exactly the type of God would stuff God would do for his dogs. Love you, dude. Of course you're missed always. And you're always here too. Like that's the fractal, right? We can't miss you because you're right here in our hearts right now. How could you be missed? We're we're always with you too, dude. You're thinking about us in the same way. And every second there we go, Sam, echoing as well. There was an ice apocalypse here, and I didn't have power for 5 days. I see an ice snake. It has white glowing eyes. Gobbledygoo. Oh my, that is scary, dude. Suffering is wishing for things to be differently. I'm happy to have you here now. Love you, Gob. Thank you for joining us again, Brother Bear. Just feeling good about coming back to every week. I really do not enjoy what I do, and I'm not sure where my problem lies. Speaking truth? It might be true. It might be true. Exactly. Right. I understand. I understand that as well. Oh. It is me not wanting to work in general, or is it what I do? Yeah. Like I feel maybe it's a time allocation thing for you. That's the wisdom that's coming up for me. Right. Trying to project myself into your world. It's how much time you get to have to do the things that you want to do versus doing the things that you're expected to do. And I feel maybe a truth to speak in that way could be labeling, right? Determining with some sort of visualized medium the hours you have to spend doing things that you don't want to do, and then the hours that you get to spend time doing things you do want to do, right? And then almost like feeling like that's a tangible reward system that you can utilize that time in a way that is a little bit more productive. And in that way, you're still going to be adding chips into the things you want to do, right? You can gamify it for yourself. You can see yourself contributing. And then it helps you think about something other than don't want to be doing this work I'm doing right now. Right? Sharing what with you, dude. Scout's birthday party was an absolute rave. Did he have other Duggo friends there? I hope he wasn't alone. And then he won, of course, again. Mm, but when it's in the state of feeling exhausted to show up to work every day, it's been so hard lately. Like when I show up, I'm duct tapping my soul to a chair, duct taping my soul to a chair, and setting it on fire. Oh goodness, God, hope you're warm and safe. Love to you too, Isaac. Dude, I mean, I like how you're tuning warm and safe after talking about duct taping and setting yourself on fire for a second. Someone who's duct taped, theoretically speaking, is pretty safe, right? They can't hurt themselves. And if, as long as nobody else hurts them, they're pretty safe. And then you go about setting it on fire, which is warm, true, but also very on fiery. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I see you survived the ice apocalypse. That you cuddle with your dogs and eat beads out of a can to survive? I can see the dog cuddling though. I had COVID the whole time too, freezing in COVID. Maybe even that like strengthened your immune system. Maybe you're like super gob now. Maybe God became Saitama while he was in this frost age, right? And frost age is different to normal ages, right? What's 5 days in frost age is like 50,000 years in normal human time. So Gaba's been training for 50,000 years. That's why he comes in with a question like, "Have you missed my presence?" Because he thinks he's been gone for like 50,000 years. Because it feels that way sometimes, right? It did, dude. You've been you've been gone long in my mind. I had COVID the whole time too. Again, yes, I noticed when you aren't here, Gobbledygoo, we do. I'm glad that you survived the ice apocalypse. Jovan, pulling pulling at my work. Big love to Goob. Thank you so much for the love, friends. Guess I should say you popped up in my dream, Melty. Hmm. Dream space. I'm just seeing trees. Trees with little doors in them. And people made of jelly. Yeah, that's so concerning. Or maybe beautifully whimsical and mystical, fairy-like even. Uh, I like that perspective. Weirdly enough, I think I've been struggling with the opposite. I think I've been attacking with love and telling myself the truth I want and the future I want. I completely get that as well, dude. I was like resonating with you as you were almost like feeling that in the moment. I do get that, right? It's like an affirmation of the things that you believe you're worthy of, right? And it's like your soul won't stand for any less. And I do agree with that. But I feel affirming strength for the things we can change, at least not immediate. When we want real life change, we should be thinking in 10-year time frames. And that's something I wish I could like have as like an asterisk to every single word I say. I believe that if we show up for love, right, consecutively, if we do things, if we we actually love what we're doing, and we keep doing that for 10, 20 years, our lives will change. And I believe for the better, because we literally did things that we loved during this time frame, right? Sure, it's not going to be a get rich quick scheme. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be seamless and smooth and always going to be happy chappy. It is going to be work, spirituality, self, actualization is work. Big surprise. It's almost like it's the hardest thing we're here to do, all of us collectively. And if we can, we get uber rewarded for it, right? We get to live in a society that actually cares about each other. We get to see each other as the self, right? Namaste. The divinity in me sees and acknowledges the divinity in you. That loop, continuous. Like I'm listening to plane sounds right now. And even though my human perception, my ego perception, would like for more silence, I can acknowledge from my logical mind that that is a piece of divine engineering. Something carrying an actual human being in the air with actual explosions made with carbon fuels. And then it becomes fascinating. I was thinking about this today in the concept or the perspective of having kids of my own one day, right? Where, again, this is such a weird fractal to share. But I saw this video, it might have been like a short or even, where this woman complains about how slippery soap is and how the process of putting it all over yourself is very tedious. And the person goes, what do you mean you take the soap and you put it all over yourself? You're supposed to rub it between your hands or onto a sponge or a cloth or something and then use that on yourself. And she like tripped out about it. You might even. In a weird way, I didn't trip out about it because I felt like that's just how it's been my whole life. And I was just thinking to myself, like teaching your kid how to use soap, right? I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna have to teach my kids how to use soap? What the fuck? Like, what happens if you don't get taught how to use soap? Clearly that person is still an adult. They survived that long at least, right? So clearly it's not that major of a crisis. And then I was like, how am I going to explain to my kid how to use soap? And then my mind went into the extreme of like explaining to him that there are like triglycerides in this bar of soap. And then I take small layers of these triglycerides up and I envision in like a 3D realm visualizing showing him in rendering what this looks like, the molecules, right? And then creating these tension bonds, creating these little bubbles as suds. And then these little bubbles having like a distribution factor. And I'm like, yeah, you see, this is why you do it. And my little kid self, 3 years old, being like, yeah, okay. Yeah, sweet. And then him teaching me something, and I'm like, oh goodness, I'm not ready. I'm so I need to wait a few thousand more years, maybe. How do you get ready to have kids? I feel like it's one of those things where you kind of learn as you go as well, right? I try to think about that as I think about my parents and the way they raised me. Kids raising kids, raising kids, raising kids. And like the age at which we're having kids is significantly higher now than it used to be for most of history. And I wonder how that is influencing us as well. I wonder if there's any statistics with people that are kids of older parents versus younger parents and how that influences their social behavior. I'm falling through fractals. I'm gonna fall into this one a little bit. I just brewed it in front of my fireplace. At least you got fire, dude. That's some fire. I mostly ended up here, but I'm feeling both joy and relief. I think it means you friends are going to help you through the red tape of travel. You got this. Natalie, I'm sorry that you have to go through that. I know it's a nightmare. I think it's the worst part of traveling. It's kind of discouraging even. When my job didn't give me joy, what I told myself is that what we do to make money and what we do to nourish ourselves is sometimes two separate things. That's some beautiful wisdom, Sam. Like, you see, this is the kind of stuff that I'm thinking about. Writing. You're writing. Melita is here too. Sending your vibes. I'm running a little bit from the sunlight again. Tokyo drifting to stay out of the sunlight. The tree is helping. And I do have sunblock. Come up with an affirmation that helps you appreciate where you are. Right where you are practicing where you're going. Where I am is where I need to be to get where I'm going. Where I am is where I need to be to get where I'm going. True and affirming, right? Where I am is where I need to be to get where I'm going. Whew. Thank you for that, Corey. Duck Dad, nice having you here. It was so cool to see that the plant is becoming reality, dude. Thanks for the recommendations, friends. I feel I've got an okay handle. I'm watching two bugs do things. You want to see them too? You're like, I don't really care about bugs, Mel. I do. I'm sorry. Let me show you these bugs. Done. Done. I think they found themselves. Bruh. Did they actually do like a vanishing game? I was like, I'm gonna show you these bugs, and then these bugs were like, bruh, we didn't sign anything, dude. You don't have rights. So like these bugs are actually gone. Oh, there they are. Okay, I found one at least. Look at this. Where is he? There he is. I haven't seen one of these before. That's why I'm kind of interested. Is novelty. It's like, wow. And why can't I find him in focus? He's so tiny. Bruh. There he is. You see what I'm seeing? He's got them symbols. He's got some runes on his back. That dude is This was powerful. I'm glad I'm not watching this in VR. It's tiny, dude. Look at this dude. Look at him. He's so tiny. Yeah, come here. Let me see. Your grass is different. He looks like a weevil. Might be. I think that's actually correct. Yeah. Set me out of the sun. Thanks for the recommendations, friend. I've got an okay handle on during the day, keeping my mindset good. Lots of yoga and breath work. I think that last month has been way too busy. I felt last month was a little bit much for me as well, but I feel I was busy in my head so much that I couldn't allow myself to be busy in the outside world. And it's almost like I'm taking a little bit of a shift of that. And then at the same time, enjoying doing things in the outside world instead of just thinking about it. It's almost like the loop, completing the loop is becoming easier. Like that circle is becoming ingrained in my brain. Have a thought, speak the thought, write it down, whatever, do the thing. Womp, the triangle, the circle. Let me see. I say truths that are sometimes hard to believe. Not everyone wants to get better. Words or hollow behavior is the true communication. We are not our parents. Beautifully said. I agree, Susanna. I hope you're feeling better, friend. Love is being sent. I don't hear any birds or bugs today. This microphone is dropped down like 3 decibels. So it's a little bit softer. Are you missing the bugs and the birds? I can see it's not responding. I can drop another microphone. Do let me know if you want to up the birds and bugs. All right. Enter chat. Add +5 decibels, birds and bugs, and I can actually do that. I can't imagine dealing with another human's poop for years and years. Children are disease vectors. Human beings are too, right? And yet we still take the time to spend some time with one another sometimes. It's worth it. It's worth it. The pain, the struggle, all worth it, for some human connection. So I stay lurking, and I needed to say, while many adults do not know how to wipe their butts, at least showing kids how to use soap is easy. Yeah, this is true as well, right? And I don't even know if I want to go into that fractal, but but apparently it's 50-50 or close to it, that there's 50% of the human population that stands up and 50% of the human population that sits down, right? And that's all I'll share. Keep it kind of vague and still very specific. And I was like, what? And then I go into the comments and I see that there is very much a clear discrepancy. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Human beings, right? Maybe like there is a certain level of awareness we all share, right? And that awareness is the fact that we have no idea what the hell's going on. Like we can have theories. Some of these theories can help. Some of them can be very actionable and is proven. But we don't actually know what's going on, right? What's going on is collectively happening. It's like a new thing that arises when two people meet each other, just two people, right? Now imagine the intersection of 8 billion different people on the same planet, right? There's you with your experience, and that can be a good experience. And statistically, you're going to spend most of your time with yourself, So you should like the time you spend with yourself. It should be pleasurable time. It should be worthy of you to spend some time with yourself. And then at the same time, to realize that the time you do get to spend with others is something that's just as valuable and is going to be informed by the time that you can spend with yourself. That it is this connected loop as well, right? That sometimes it might be difficult spending time with others, but spending time with others makes the time we get to spend with ourselves contrasted instead of just circular in and of itself. I think there is, again, ways of seeing, actionable steps, different ways of being. And who am I to say that one way of being is better than another? You're going to have an experience no matter what you choose. So choose wisely, choose well. Not for some sort of hell, not for some sort of heaven, but just for the experience you're going to have now, right? Right now. that is really the only thing you have control over. So please choose well. Please. Please, please. We're playing the longest playground game of all time. Every generation, we bring some more friends and some leave. And we get to show them how we play so that they can play too. Are you all right? What a trope, dude. I can't imagine dealing with another human's move. I'm going to try fast this week. Never managed to do more than 3 days. But let's see what happens. Make sure you get your electrolytes, take a multivitamin, drink enough water, and keep moving. That's also an important vector. Remind your body that the muscle you have is necessary, and consult your doctor before you listen to anything I say. The water bill and mess from the bidet is less than a plumber bill and mess up of a TP or toy log. I'm so confused right now. That's nice. Sena. Sena here? There she is. Yes, she is. Sending you love, Sena. Thank you for joining us, friend. Hey, Yudi. I love that Melt sings the comments more than he reads them. They feel like lyrics, right? I honestly believe, like the same way the birds sing, you friends sing as well. Everything you choose to say is a song, right? The universe, one verse, like the verse of a song, one song. We're all singing together. It's kind of a new. The bugs were in your mind. I was just tripping out. You know, finally when skits start seeing bugs everywhere. Bye for real this time. Love you, Natalie. Your grass is different. Looks like a weevil. The runes make it fly. Yay! The runes make it fly. I love that. Whack it with your plug. No. Fast forward to headline: Local Ahaya male tattoos runes on his back and dies from falling after believing the comments of online friends. What do you think about my announcer voice? Yeah, that sounds like something that people would love to report on. Oh, look at this tragedy. Yeah, don't have friends. That's the moral of the story. Please don't have friends. Look at this poor young man who lost his life just because he had friends. Don't you make the same mistake. Please stay inside your home. Don't communicate. Don't believe. Don't trust anyone around you. You are in danger. You are gonna die. Oh, be scared. Be scared. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Well, that's what I feel I see sometimes. There's so much insanity, and I feel like I'm losing my mind a little bit. I kind of like this. This running away from the sunlight feels kind of like, usually I just brave it out for at least a while, and then the sun kicks my ass, and now I'm just gonna be like, please, please, Mr. Tree or Mrs. Tree, protect me. Increase bug noise. Okay. I saw an increased bug noise. I'm gonna squamp, squimp, squamp. I'm sorry. And then I'm gonna boost this one's audio. Boom, 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 boom. And then I'm gonna go and hang this up closer to where the birds are making sounds with their little mouths, noises with their little mouths. There we go. I am going to actually cover this a little bit with some cloth because I didn't bring the wind sensor. How is increased bug noise? Let me see. There's some bug noise, right? So actually, Maula was like, yeah. Sam, please DM me. Working out after coffee and no breakfast. Sounds kind of nice, actually. I like caffeine and exercise. I'm trying to be mindful with whether or not the microphone is picking up noise. Activate maximum lightedness. I like to listen to metal sometimes when I work. Have you watched Aggresso? I think it's called Aggresso. Small little teddy bear that's just like super metal. Lol, I didn't go far. It's nice having you nonetheless. The best part of waking up is melt more in your cup. Have yourself a full one. It has a very motivating energy. Now I hear cow moos. I thought you probably would. Get mooed. Get so mooed. In the beginning, there was moo. And then the moo mooed. And the moo continued mooing. Until it couldn't moo anymore. And then it mooed once again. Once more, the moo rises. I see a bad moo rise. I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm losing my mind. I have to go, but thank you all so much, Christina. Thank you, Christina. CR, Christina. CR, Christina. CR. I will remember, Christina. Thank you for joining us, friend. That is one vocal bovine. They do really sound dramatic, don't they? I feel like I should do something. You want me to do something about that? You're like, yes, please, Mal, do something about it. And you think I'm gonna go and drop the mic volume, and then you just hear me clock clock a shotgun. No. Why is this wrong with me? I'm sorry. I'll go and add a wind thingy, and then I'll take the microphone elsewhere. Let's see if that helps. Ski wop, dee squap dee bop dee. Squam dee, swamp dee bam dee bow. Oh my. Did that actually happen? It did. I think my microphone fell to the ground. I took it and threw it on the ground. And I cannot see it, which is nigh impossible in my mind. What the hell? You friends can probably hear me pitter patter around it, but I don't know why, but it's camouflaged. Fell into the void of space. There it is. Saved ya. I'm sorry, little microphone. At least there was nice and soft grass underneath you. I hope that helped. Okay. Let's see if it helps. Yeah, Pippi. This is what Pippi's little feeding baggies look like. I'm gonna come here. There might be some other sounds now, but I'm sure it'll be less cow sounds. Yeah, you silly girl. You silly girl. Ah, silly, silly. You silly, silly, silly one. Hallo? Ja, maak je gepraat? Gekraak. Second. My brother's earphones broke. Is die een van ons soos driver issue?
Nee, sit hom aan. Hy speel met musiek. Okay.
Oh, hy's net
Druk die headset, druk hom. Voor jy begin speel, draai drukking opbou.
O, ek sien. Ja. I'm sorry, dude.
Gelukkig het hy nog 'n jaar warranty.
Oh, that's nice at least. Because they feel so like high quality and premium as well.
Kos die res, is nie bad headset nie, maar die een as ek maar aantoeboor het ek blaas hom aan speel.
I'm sorry, dude. At least you have warranty, as you said. The technology has really been having a hard time keeping up, huh? I wonder why. I wonder if it's like built-in obsolescence. That's the thing that kind of is in my mind these days, dude. Exactly. They're like they're building it too well and into the obsolescence. Oh, I'm sorry again though, dude. That sucks nonetheless. I don't even have a pair of earphones to lend him. Okay, I'm gonna go and sit on the spot again. There's a quiff wool saying quack. There's a puppy saying wah. Chillax, puppy. How about you chillax? How about you do that thing where you chillax? How about you chillax yourself? How about that? I never finished Aggresso. I just saw like one episode that Christian wanted to show me. that's like the extent I went into it. Have you tried turning off and turning it back on again? It didn't help. Well, guess you're gonna have to send it in. Yeah, like only one of the cups is working, and then if you press on the earphone and like create some resistance on the driver, right? Because it moves air, it changes the frequency response, almost like it's vibrating at different frequencies, which is not what's supposed to happen. It's so broken, and again, only one of the channels are working, only on one of the ears. Are they talking to each other? I don't know. I really don't. The cows, Pippi time. Pippi is biting at your ankle. I love how Melty's troubleshooting is. Have you put them on your head yet? No, he wanted me to listen to the audio distortion problem. It's like, right? Like, if your earphones are not working as you're looking at them, try putting them on your head. Maybe then you will be able to hear how they work. I love that so much. That's the worst. I hate when headphones break. Yeah, it's the speaker or the connection. Speaker is a little harder to fix. I think it's the speaker. Seems that way at least. I don't know how something like that goes about happening though. Noel, did you try turning it on? I get my Coke from you later. Your friends. Thank you for being so playful here with me. I think I might have actually brought everything I need to pull a card. You want to see? What is sacred geometry going to say today? Oh, I was wondering why my box wasn't closing as well as it used to, and then there was a piece of grass that was interfering with it. Okay, project the exact card you want to see. You want to help me, Peppy? Let's do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna spread it out completely, and then I'm gonna pretend like there's something really smelly on these cards somewhere. And then I want you to find exactly which card I think, or you think, is the smelly one. That one? Can you see that? I can't even see that. We'll see it together. I'll bring it close enough to... Azure. Ooh, of course. The Secret Garden. We haven't pulled this one a lot, but I feel this one is so beautifully for Maxine today. Got that spirit animal. You're too far away for us to see the card. I know. Fortunately, my regs work. My regs can work. You were right of the green. Look at that. Central theme is green, Susanna. Perfectly in tune. You win. Tripping me out. I was just thinking you need to train Pippi to draw that card. Dude, you predicted it as well. Tuck that. It was in your brain first. Did you send it to me? Look at that whammon. Whammon swimming in the spiral. Shannon, one for you as well. I love how you let the puppy choose a card. My cat was playing around with my decks this morning, and I was confused if she wanted me to pull cards for myself or for her. I feel Pippi pulled the card for all of us. This one specifically. Okay, I'll go and sit down and read. The Secret Garden, one more time. Ugh, repetition. Sick. 59. Thank you, Pippi, for helping me out. I appreciate you offering me safety and protection as the core meanings of this card. Your sacred garden is a place of shamanic journeying. This is already too much, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Your sacred garden is a place of shamanic journeying. It symbolizes a safe place from which to create a vision of your intentions and to gain a better understanding of your life experience. Ask for guidance, and you will probably meet a spirit guide. Change something in your garden, and something will change in your life. Some sacred gardens are public, others are quite secret. You are invited to enter the sacred garden through the water. Love you, sacred garden. Ooh. Feel safety, peace, and serenity as you swim in the spirals and float at the water's edge. A geometric vortex lies in its center, activating the vitality of this card. Climb out of the pool and relax with this beautiful jaguar. He will protect you and guide you to your own truth. In this safe place, you can even cuddle up with the jaguar, empowering yourself and facilitating soul work. The message of this card is of safety and protection. You may be looking for assurance that a decision you are about to make is in your best interest. You might also be asking for a friend. This card represents a protected place where you may more easily connect with your higher self and tune into the wisdom and integrity that dwells within. In this secret garden, you are safe and protected by this powerful guide. You need not let doubt and fear cloud your vision. You may be assured that as you calmly attend a positive result and envision the outcome is already complete, you are setting in motion the answer to your inquiry. Your sacred garden may be very different, yet it also holds the attributes of safety and protection. Your sacred garden may be different, but also holds the attributes of safety and protection. Yo, how about that, dear friends? That card hit for all of you as it hit for me. I felt like that was the card we needed today. Green. Whammons, G. Whammons in the water. I heard shamanic journeying in my get them downloads. Pretty wild card considering I'm literally starting hundreds of plans today for other secret gardens. And you have like an actual little secret garden. You're gonna have a garden in a box, right? Out from the outside peering world, controlling the temperature and the lights, to grow your chili plants. So you're literally creating a little secret garden, dude. That's so sick. Perfect card for today, right? The groundwork for an empire of love and laugh and life, Dad. Literally. Look at that. The real word. Perfect card. It was the card we needed. Thank you, Laughing Tiger, for being here for it for today. With every seed you prep, feel the generations of life you are starting. If you weren't there to interact with life, how could that happen? Thank you for creating more world. Estrog is here too. Some gardens need to purposely have exclusive, if any, access. I agree. Keep your garden sacred and secret as well, if that is what you need. Remember that is okay. You're not being selfish. Safety is underrated. The difference between good stress and bad stress. Safety. Here we go. Literally. Beautifully said, Susanna. The poison garden is the one that comes to mind when you say that, Beansy. Yeah, maybe we should keep ourselves free from the garden that will induce poisoning. Yo! Skapow! Skawow! Skapow! You want to read some affirmations with me? / affirmation if you want affirmations. Yeah. I'll read some affirmations. Oh, my brain is melting right now. Please. Oh, please. Please. Thank you. Thank you. Safety. That's the effect I want to produce on this world. Start by feeling safe with yourself, dude. Safe with your choices, right? And remembering what you're choosing for. I remember, right, like it being one of the biggest things I admire you for, Brother Isaac, is the fact that you have been working this job that you don't necessarily like to support your wife, and that she has, had these opportunities like traveling, going to another country, for this opportunity that you have been in part facilitating. So I understand what you must be going through as well in a lot of ways, Brother Bear. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't feel the way that you're feeling and that your feelings aren't worthy. What I am saying is that you are creating that safety, literally. That is what your work is doing in a way, right? And that safety is important to your well-being, to your beloved well-being right now, to Scott's well-being in a way. And I appreciate you, dude, for doing that work, man. That's the real work. For Empire. So much love. They are the hottest peppers in the world, though, so maybe I'm a bit evil. I don't think such a thing exists. Maybe you just have a visceral inspiration for the more spicy side of things. Life the journey. Is your grandma still there, Melty? I was thinking the same thing this morning. She wasn't here this morning. And I was like looking to see if I can see her bags. And I don't know if I did. I hope she's still here. She didn't say goodbye to me or say anything last night, so I really don't know. You're gonna get affirmations whether you want them or not. No. If I'm showing bugs, bugs is whether you want to or not. Because bugs, I feel, is melting. It can be abrasive, but the affirmation shouldn't be abrasive. The affirmation should be welcomed, right? I feel, at least. I hope. And I'll only do a few this time, maybe like 4, 4 at a time or something. It does not equal evil. It means that those peppers are so good at their niche that there's no competition for what they do. Yeah, like the gangsters of their jobs. Whoa, you're gonna get affirmations. Yeah, I feel like there's a point On the Scoville scale, where informed consent needs to come into play, though, yeah. Like you should, I mean, like they do communicate it in the bottle, right? And then maybe people should just realize what peppers are, how hot. And if you're going to make a chili sauce that people are going to be eating, then probably don't use those peppers. But if you're gonna make like some sort of novelty, melt your face off sauce, then there's some sort of, you consent by purchasing it. But people shouldn't feed other people hot sauce without their, full content and understanding, knowing what they're getting themselves into. Thank you for the reassurance, friend. Every email I send and PO I put in, I imagine taking one more step, slaying one more goblin, all for that sweet, sweet lady and the world we're creating. Dude, Isaac, maybe we should do that one day, bro. We should make like a turnstile game where, emails and stuff can be like damage points and you can dungeon crawl through your day doing all of your tasks that you set out, right? Literally grinding levels, becoming a more powerful entity. And then you can, in some sort of visualized data metric, communicate that as some sort of consistency eventually, right? And that will contribute to the level of skill you have, the accountability, right? That's the thing that people look for the most when it comes to investment is, can I count on you? Can you be counted on? And if that answer is yes, then bet your ass you're going to have more responsibilities. And that can be intimidating. We can have like a bunch of imposter syndrome. Who am I to think I'm a leader? Who am I to want better? Who am I to think I can have my dreams come true as well? Right? You are the exact same thing I am. The exact same thing we all were. That the world we live in right now was designed and built by people no more intelligent than you. Right? I believe that's a Steve Jobs quote. How about that, Pippi? You don't even care. Bug affirmations. The grass is your universe. I like that. Bug affirmations. Mal keeps moving further and further away. He's gonna be under that tree behind him. You want that to happen? It is nice and in frame, isn't it? Maybe we'll do that. That might happen. Especially if the sun's setting, so I keep have to run away, stay in the shadow. Reminder to all of you loving friends, sit down and decide what success means to you today. Feel the success you choose to create. Let go of the failures of the try and force upon you. Beautiful, dude. Low frame rate. Verb. Thank you for the reminder, Isaac. Thank you, dude. Power up, get work from home, skin unlocked, underprints in a row. Oh, that's beautiful, dude. Yeah, you can have armor, dude. Like the more comfortable the clothing, the more armor it gives you. Right? Like wearing a full suit is like one HP. You start with a full suit, and then you start working from home in this this game kind of environment. For when I first started working from home, I wore my PJs, but it started to make me depressed. Even working in just sweats instead started making me feel better. It's like a frame of mind thing, I feel. Like you're channeling different versions of yourself. Like the dress version of you has certain expectations and obligations. This is like a reason you get dressed sometimes, right? And psychological self-manipulation, basically. Isaac, that's the dream. Friends are seeing it. Is that a rock or a log in between the two trees? It is a big rock, very big rock, and then smaller rocks as well. Enjoy the duck, Dad. You earned this wonderful life. Yes, you did. Did I miss something he said? I must get my kid up and get ready to get my hands in the soil. Peace and love to you all. Peace and love to you too, Brother Bear. I see the old breaking and the new flowing. Like the old was dry and crusty, and the new was flowy and gooey. Yeah, that's what. Sending you good vibes, dude. I feel you, Joy. I just got to at least put on new clothes before lunch. Sick. Joy V, if I had to wear real clothes too. My wife works in PJs. I just can't do it. You friends are, what's the word I'm looking for? Prone. Prone to that brain trip. And I'm too, right? I'm less likely to sit down and film a video if I'm in pajamas. So as soon as I get dressed, there's like a certain urgency. It's kind of curious. I love to think about where that rock started. Me too, Isaac. I'm so curious because it didn't get there by itself. I don't think it was there at least. Maybe it was. Maybe it's been there the whole time. Maybe it got like flung because there's like old dead volcanoes that way, right? So maybe it got flung all the way to here, but probably somebody chose to move that, dude. So it came from somewhere, and the odds of that rock being able to move anywhere, it's very unlikely, and yet there it is, and I get to sit on it. I made today's meditation video for anxiety, sitting on that rock. No cushion this time. Completely, completely raw dogging the rock. The pioneer used to ride these babies for miles. Those rocks. Oh yes, I love that. I love to think about the rock. That like when was it last a homogeneous rock formation, dude? Did y'all bring it, or was it there when you bought the farm? It was here when we bought the farm, dude. Exactly like that. It hasn't moved a centimeter. If we know how many adventures did that puppy go on before, I wish we could. I wish I could like plug into it and see its history, dude. Like rewind, see every person that ever sat on it, the feelings they had, the conversations they shared, maybe with another person, the way that tree has been slowly growing over top of it. I think that rock has been there longer than the tree has. So that tree has slowly but surely been growing over that rock. It's such a beautiful spot. It's where I film most of my meditation videos because it feels like that's a shamanic anchoring point, right? Of the whole sacred garden to trip out about the card we just pulled. So I feel like we're in tune with where we're supposed to be right now. Thank you, friends, for noticing these things. I had a dream last night about math. I don't like math, but my dream showed me how math equations could be like planting, solving, and growing exponents of a tree. What the fuck? I know nothing about math though. I mean, maybe there's a part of you that wants to explore sacred geometry. It's also very math heavy, but interestingly, interestingly so. I think you'd enjoy it. If you want to see something a little bit more visualized instead of just mathematical gobbledygook. Jovan, I cast hold person to keep your psyche right here in present. I think Einstein was there too. Maybe he's trying to tell me that maths are not so bad. I don't think they are. Math is the language of our universe in a lot of ways. Like how many animals have used that as a poop stool? Too many, dude. Too many. Oh man, my wisdom saving throw from the wish test was 17. That's a pretty good one. It's wild because I know little rocks are around it. It must have been flung or slowly leveraged over there by some ancient folks. Exactly, dude. Jovan, your ADD is strong for my low DC, but it worked. I'm here now. Favorite misquote. Math is the language of our universe. Oh, goodness. I mean, technically, in a weird way, math is dopamine, and dopamine is your brain's ability to tell you you're doing something right. Right? And unfortunately, smoking meth it feels like it's right because the chemical that it's, mimicking is supposed to tell you that what you're doing is right. You're doing a good job, right? This thing that you're looking at is so interesting. You must be doing a good job. Really look at it, etc., right? And that's Concerta or Adderall as well, just in kind of like nullified dose. So, mm, yeah, right. When you hijack that system, it can feel like it's like the language of the universe. And in a weird way, the universe is talking to you in a lot of different ways. Dopamine as the hormone you get for completing things, right? When you show up for yourself and you do something, right? If you set out to spend 15 minutes a day journaling, 15 minutes a day going for a walk and 15 minutes a day just sitting and spending time with yourself, right? That's 45 minutes of your whole day. And that's a lot of good self care, right? Self actualization, if you will. And then you can mark those off on your thing of what you want to do that day. It's powerful. It's powerful. You are powerful. You just have to spend the time sometimes. My wisdom saving throw. Math is a drug. Bug affirmations. The world is your poop stool. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Yeah. Thank you, friends, for joining me, for sharing a moment of me stepping further and further away. I feel we have to, at least for a few moments, go and sit on the rock. We did say that that's something we'll do, right? Can't call me a liar. You can call me forgetful, though. You can call me forgetful. Yeah, Pippi kiss. You silly girl. The sun is not low enough just yet. Give us some ASMR rock scraping. Well, if you insist, dude. Let me take this bad boy off and let me get this piece. And then I'm going to connect this like that. And then I'm going to do this. I should show you this little contraption that I made. Now we're gonna hear what it sounds like to scrape tree with this little thing. Scraping some leaves. Scrape up the beat. Oh God, no joy yes, suffer. Suffer. This is what you wanted. You wanted ASMR? We're gonna get so much. Have you carved anything into it? The melt infinity symbol would be sick. I haven't. I actually haven't carved anything into it. I don't know if I want to. I have thought about it. I have thought about it, but I have actively decided against it. It is very much untouched by any human graffiti. If I did it, I would maybe do it like underneath. Like there's a spot here that's completely out of sight that can't be seen if you're standing next to it. Maybe I'll do it there. All right, if there's any person 1,000 years from now checking out that rock and is curious enough to get down to ground level and it's not completely overgrown, then maybe you could see the Dega symbol. Louder, please. More ASMRs. Is your butt warm now? Look at that professionalism with which he mounts that rock. The city I live in used to be the meth capital of the world. Wow, it's not as bad as it here as it used to be. It's still basically a second currency, literally. Yeah, and it is technically valuable. You should tattoo. You should totally tattoo that rock. What does Pippi get sound like? Acha mas mas mas. Acha mas que Acha mas que Acha mas mas. Oh, mas mas. Oh, acha mas. Acha mas que Acha mas que mas que Are you hurting me? I'll bite you too. More, it sounds just like some heavy breathing. You carve a heart and put your initials in when you meet your divine feminine companion. Maybe that's what we'll do. Like it's not a natural reserve, I guess. It's just a rock at home. So I guess that changes something. But I would never encourage, defiling something in nature. Like one of the most painful things I've ever seen in my life is people that painted this whole graffiti thing on like a rock side somewhere in an Arizona park. It had these beautiful mountain faces, and then there's just like this graffiti piece of it. And I guess in a few million years, right, that's also going to be gone, and Mother Nature won't really care that much. But if I walked in that space and I saw it, I would care. I would care so much. I would care so much for this, and I would lose my mind. I would have a bad time. I would have such a bad time. You silly. You silly. You silly. Okay. Scrape the dog, funny man. Half of us is in heaven, half in hell. I can't see anything. Can't see nothing. Stop eating me. Scout's intrigued by this playing. He would like to chase her now. Pepe, you hear that? People want to chase you. Or, I mean, your people want to chase you. Tree sounds the same. So sorry. Oh, you're biting me. Oh, I'm getting so bit. Oh, you're sleeping. Thank you. All right. I'm going to take it from the other angle. I only use biomaterials like India ink. Oh, then it can like wash off, I guess. All right. All right. Yes. All right. Yes. You're like that. Uh, so I thought. I bite you. I bite you. I bite. I bite. I bite you. I bite. You bite. You're hurting me. Taste, lick the rock. Taste the rainbow. I find the taste that it's important. Like painting a natural treasure like the mountain. The taste is what's important. Like painting a national treasure like the mountain is intense. Intense. Yet I feel like not so depersonal, meaning carving is kind of beautiful. In 100 years, there will be eroded away, just like the life that put it there. I do understand what you're saying, and part of me does agree with that, right? And like this rock is technically ours, so I guess a part of me could convince myself that it's okay. I've just never thought about doing that. I've thought about carving a seat into it, right? Literally like a nice little levelized space. But I also kind of decided against that for the same reason. Paint the establishment, not Mama Gaia. Yeah, there we go. I agree. Yeah, the impact, the ring, the life stays, and the rock is new and fresh for whatever else it will be inspired. But I agree, generally, let nature be itself. Exactly. I do hate it at public parks, and the trees are just littered with carvings. But that is based on some kind of bias. Who knows if the trees mind at all? Smoke trees, not rocks. I more imagine all the hearts of initials that broke up after. Seems like some bad juju. Maybe the tree is sad that that relationship is no longer thriving. Look at these sweetie patooties. Pip here is like post on me. Kitty is here too. Papi. Rustig wees. Nog niet aan mijn eerste rustig, dank je. You can come on Saturday stuff, donkey. That's my kitty. There she is. I tell you, she likes to be on camera. She's like, yeah, this is the thing. Rocks, not trees. Smoke trees, not drugs. Paint the establishment. Oh my guy. What color should we paint Joe Biden? I love pink. Me too. Thank you, friends, for joining me, sharing some time. It will be the moment we say goodbye, at least for now, at least for today. Baby is mildly terrorizing the kitty. Have the most beautifulest day. You too, Shan. Thank you for this time, for spending a moment with me today, for seeing the silliness that is this life. I love you. I appreciate you taking a moment with me. And I'll see you again soon. I love you. And goodbye for now.